Merry Christmas, everyone. As you can see, I'm kind of down a wing right now. I tore the rotator cuff in my right shoulder, and so this is going to curtail a little bit of what I'd planned to do through late winter and spring. I don't know what the recovery time is going to be, and so if I'm not out doing any shooting, I hope you'll understand why. Um, I'm not going to be able to take any recoil for a while, even though most of the time I'm shooting like my 6.5 Grendel and my 243. I do have the new Savage 308 right here underneath the tree. And I really wanted to get a bunch of shooting done with it, but unfortunately that's not going to happen for a while. So I apologize for that. However, I have been trying to do some reloading and some powder coating. I still haven't figured out how to do one-armed casting. I do have some mobility in my hand and my arm, but the less I use it, the better. So I'll try and muddle through something, but if I'm putting out short videos, I apologize in advance. Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you're having a safe and joyful holiday. Okay, so I'm trying to learn how to reload left-handed since my right wing is not quite working right. So I have some 9mm that I'm loading up for Christmas gifts. I'm going to use the XTPs since everybody I'm loading for uses these as self-defense ammo, and that's why I'm using my nickel cases. They make better. Nickel is not going to hang up in a chamber as readily as what a brass case would. So for any self-defense ammo, you would really want to use nickel in a handgun if you can. And I had a bit of a surplus of nickel, so I figured this would be the best way to do this. I come back, I'm depriming these, and I'm going to clean them thoroughly. The primer pockets are still a little dirty, and I've got to prep all of these and everything else. Fortunately, I have the Hornady Prep Center, so I can do the majority of everything with one hand, and that's going to be a godsend. And the same with when I get ready to do my powder measuring, I will use my Hornady auto powder measure. So as you can see, I converted my Lyman 8 over to left-handed operation, and I'm very thankful for Lyman for thinking about this. And I'll get back. Okay, one of the nice things about having this brass prep station by Lyman is the ability to do everything one-handed with only one good arm. Look at that. How nice and shiny that pocket is. With only one arm, it pays off. So I'm gonna prep all this brass, then I'll go through and I'll size it and prime it. And for the primer, I'm going to be using my priming system on my press because I can do that well with the fingers of one hand and the arm of my good arm on my left side. Well, we'll get back here in a little while. But in the meantime, like I said, I'm making some self-defense loads for my myself and my daughter. I've got a bunch of the nickel case stuff. See if this will focus. How pretty that is. That's some of the nickel case stuff from my daughter. Nickel is better for a self-defense round than brass. Although my 2 carry pistols don't have any problem with sticking in the chamber. These brass ones, they will be my practice self-defense loads, and the nickel ones will be the primary carry everyday loads. I'll load those both the same so that I can practice with what I would shoot if I had to shoot. But I think that's enough for right now. I just removed all of the A-locks off of these 358. These are the Lee 358 156 2R. They're a tumble lube bullet, and I had A-locks on them. These are probably 3 or 4 years old. They're not the best casts in the world. If you look, you can see that the sprues didn't cut right or things, but hey, they'll shoot. I don't worry about let's see if I can focus this. I don't worry about the sprues that much. They're a good bullet. I shoot a lot of them, but a little bit of mineral spirits soaked overnight and wash these off, and a little bit of Dawn dish soap and water, and put them in my oven to dry. Now they're getting cool. Yeah, they're nice and cool now, so I can powder coat them. And these, the reason I saved these, they were 16.4 BHN, so they'll work good in Full House 357 Magnum. But just another thing I'm doing one-handed. There's a lot of things you can do if you just put your mind to it and try and finish reloading. Let's see, let's take a little walk over here. My bench is a mess because I got about 5 things going on at once. These are all 9mm, and you can see back here I got my XTPs ready to go. I did a lot of brass prep yesterday, and I'm not the fastest in the world, but I am working on getting all of it done. Hey, how do you like this messy bench? And then here's my big tool chest that has more projects going on it. I got some 38s here. I've got some more 357s sitting over there, and getting ready for the 357s. Be getting these as soon as I get them powder coated and I get my 9mm done. But hey, with unexpected time off, this is what you do. And these are some 358 156 2R tumble lube Lee bullets. I had these covered in A-locks. I cleaned the A-locks off of them and powder coated them. This is a mix of Ford dark blue, black, white, smooth black, smooth white, or gloss black, gloss white, and Cardinal semi-gloss texture metallic chrome. And they came out basically looking like lead, but they are powder coated. This went on really smooth. Actually thinking about getting a second coat, but these covered 100%. They're really easy to use. You see my little tray is about ready for a good wash job. But anyway, yeah, one-armed. You can tumble lube one-armed. So that's what I'm doing. Merry Christmas. Okay, doing stuff one-handed. I made up some training rounds. These are my 124 grain tumble lube Lee 356 124 2R tumble lube, and then I've got the XTPs. These 124 grain, and I think I'm using 4.8 grains of unique in those. I'm using 4.2 grains in those, and these are XTPs. I made 124 grain with 4.2 grains. These are for my daughter. She's a little recoil sensitive, so I'll do that. And then these are for me, for my self-defense. They should be putting out close to 1,050 feet per second with these 124s. But one-armed reloading, it's possible. It just takes a little bit longer. Merry Christmas, y'all.